It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news. Tuesday, October 28th, 2014. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. Your news headlines here. Yeah, top story at 5 o'clock here is Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey answering questions Monday about Casey Hickox, the nurse who was placed in quarantine at a New Jersey hospital then released. Says Governor Cuomo of New York softens tone in an outline of Ebola plan amid criticism of Governor Andrew Cuomo. Erbil, Iraq, respiratory Turkey. Iraqi paramilitary fighters ahead of further Syrian town of Kobani on Tuesday to help fellow Kurds repel an Islamic State event that spread U.S. Amber Vincent, a nurse who appealed Ebola fears by finding Cleveland after being infected by her dying patient in Dallas, is now virus-free and was celebrated Tuesday by her caregivers as courageous and passionate before getting out of the hospital. Confused by the ins and outs of how the governors of New York and New Jersey are coping with the Ebola crisis. Perhaps there is an answer about this midterm election year. It appears that politics Trump and science. Robert Downey Jr. greeted Chadwick Boseman's entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe on the El Capitan Theater in Los Angeles on Tuesday. Washington. The U.S. government had filed a lawsuit against AT&T Incorporated on Tuesday, alleging that the number 2 U.S. wireless carrier sold consumers unlimited data plans but would never ask to reduce their internet speeds once they exceeded a certain amount. Martha Coakley also greeted with a rough first question in last night's debate, asked why she was not the clear favorite in a predominantly liberal state. Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba, China's richest man, and a big Forrest Gump fan, fresh off his biggest IPO of all time, Ma's in Los Angeles this week to visit several movie studios with the aim of striking content deals for online distribution in China. Influential officials and experts have been voicing concerns over North Korea's capability of producing uranium atomic bombs for them and the possibility that it has mastered the technology to miniaturize the nuclear warheads that fit inside of rockets. Israel's been accused of pandering to the demand for racial segregation after the country's defense minister issued a directive that bans Palestinian workers from traveling on Israeli bus lines in the occupied West Bank. One juror in the Rebel Phillips trial said that 12 members of the panel each had strong opinions from all the issues raised during the trial. Then they have deliberations took so long because they had feared to hear from each one of them before they reached there. Running away from an unpopular president from your own party is a time-honored tactic in midterm elections. The problem is, it rarely works. A Washington State town is still waiting from a high school shooting last week, but 3 furry councils have arrived out. The golden retrievers from Lutheran Church charities, canine covered dogs, traveled to their native Chicago to Marysville. Messages Sarah Palin Henry, the former Alaska governor, says you can't get rid of her so easily in an interview with Fox Business Network. Palin ended to say when host Stuart Bonnie asked her whenever the backdraw she gets from critics would drive her out. In San Francisco, can Facebook keep it up? The giant social network reports third quarter earnings after the market closing on Tuesday. Bike Shares Holdings LLC agreed to buy Alta Bicycle Shares, the parent of David Bikes in Chicago and the Silver Bike Share programs in several other metro areas. Home prices in 20 U.S. cities rose 5.6% over year in August, according to Case Shiller's monthly home price index. The past slowdown has contributed to a housing market that should look more and more appetizing to prospective buyers. Google's aiming at diagnosing cancers, dependent heart attacks, or strokes, and other diseases at a much earlier stage than it's currently possible. Sometimes you have to wait for a dreaded 36 minute you watch video on YouTube while an ad for something you don't care about gets screen time as YouTube is considered a paid ad-free subscription service. For the manager in his home state's record on gay rights to reveal new details about Apple, Watch It Fair say Tim Cook has a busy 24 hours. Apple CEO Tim Cook shares new details on Apple Pay and Apple Watch. Apple Pay was released a week ago and is catching on quick by some major retailers such as Walmart, CVS, and Rite Aid have chosen to reject Apple Pay in favor of other mobile payment systems. Los Angeles. He's a coyote. He's a starving coyote, and he's a television reporter hankering for more blood and guts than anyone as Jake Gyllenhaal prowls outside an LA thrill next quarter. The Face launched a million first-week album sales on the way to Dave Letterman, as just a couple weeks ago, industry sources were telling that music trade that publication Billboard they expected Taylor Swift to sell about a lot of million albums this week. Vernon Hollywood actress Elizabeth Norman has passed away, according to Hollywood Reporter. She was 61 years old. The actress starred in House of Cards and Law & Order. Her sister Kate confirmed the news that the publication added that she died on October 13th at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, New York. Honolulu, after weeks of slow stop-and-go movement, a river of asphalt black lava was within yards of the home in the Big Island community on Tuesday. ESA astronaut Alexander Kuris works with a capillary flow experiment on the International Space Station. A commercial Cygnus flight freighter set for the launch on Monday will transport a monthly mix of experiments to the International Space Station. Monrovia, Freetown, Australia became the first developed country on Tuesday to shut its borders to its citizens of the countries worst hit by the West African Ebola outbreak and move those states that stigmatized healthy people wouldn't make it. A man fills out an emergency card during an affordable care outreach event hosted by Planned Parenthood from the Latino community in Los Angeles in September. 10 brands of baby wipes sold at Walgreens, Sam's Club, and other stores nationwide are being voluntary recalled due to possible bacterial contamination, a company announced on Monday. The narcotic drug morphine is not the best choice for the pain relief in kids with broken bones, as new study shows. And a small new study raises more questions about the accuracy of home blood pressure monitoring devices. Stock markets: Dow Jones closed 17,005.75, up 187.81. S&P 500 1985.05, up 23.42, and Nasdaq 4564.29, up 78.36. European markets: DAX 9068.19, up 165.38. FTSE 6402.17, up 30.71. CAC 4112.67, up 50.93. Asian markets: Nikkei 15329.91, down 58.81. Shanghai 2337.87, up 47.43. HSI 23,520.36, up 377.13. Oil markets: 81.5, up half a point. Brent 86.19, up 36 cents, and natural gas 3.671, up 11 cents. Gold 12.20 per 10, down $1.20. Silver 17.20, up 39,000 a point, and copper 3.09, up 26,000 a point. Bonds US and yield 2.2996%, up 4.3,000 a point. Germany 10-year yield 0.8879, up 2,000 a point, and Japanese 10-year yield 0.457%, down 6,000 a point. FX bonds there. European US dollar 1.2732, down 2,000 a point. US dollar, Japanese yen 108.17, up 300 a point, and Great Britain pound US dollar 1.6129, down 1,000 a point. And take a look at New England Insular. Here, this is an updated photo of Greg Lewis as of October 25th, 2014, is reported to be clean shaven at the time. He's wanted dangerous sex offender. He was last seen in Indianapolis, Indiana. Take a look at sports news here. 12-time Pro Bowl quarterback Champ Bailey decided to call end and destroy his 15-year playing career, as he just announced on Tuesday. That San Francisco Giants and the Kansas Royals are set to resume their World Series in Kansas City's Kauffman Stadium on Tuesday. San Francisco leads the series 3-2 and is 1 win away from their third title in the last 5 seasons. Jake Peeble man for the Giants, while Jonathan Ventura man for the Royals. Peter telling news on 508. Time now for the weather travel report here on this Tuesday evening here, and it shows Southeast Expressway on the southbound side. It's slow from the Pike all the way down for the Braintree split here. And typically on the southbound side, slow from South Station down to the Pike here. Mass Pike on the westbound side, slow from Newton Corner here. Mass Pike eastbound, slow through Newton Corner here. Route 2 on the eastbound side, a little slow as we approach from Route 16 Belmont to Route 3 in Fresh Pond and Cambridge. Route 120 both ends, slow from Route 3 in Burlington all the way down through Route 28 in Reading. That is due to an accident on Route 120 near Route 3 in Burlington, and an accident near Route 3 in Woburn. Try to step down in that area, okay? Route 3 northbound slow from Route 62 in Burlington through Billerica. Route 93 in the northbound side, expect up from Stoneham all the way out up to Route 110 in Lawrence. Accident 93 in North Andover here. 495 in the northbound side, also around the long stretch through the accident. Route 495 in the northbound side near Route 110 in Lawrence, so trust us some extra time in that area. But otherwise, 95 is modified from 128 to the New Hampshire border here. Route 128 southbound, a little slow from Route 62 in Peabody down to 114 in Peabody. And Lowell connect on the northbound side, slow you approach downtown Lowell. 120 on the southbound side, slow from 95 in Canton all the way out to Route 24 in Randolph here, and Braintree split a little slow here. 120 on the northbound side, slow from Route 20 in Randolph to Route 24. And Route 24 on the southbound side of it is backed up from Route 495 to Route 140 in Taunton. From 495 Raynham here. Route 3 a little slow around from Braintree all the way down to Derby Street Hingham on the southbound side of Route 3 here. Bourne and Sagamore bridges are more on fine here. And take a look at Renown traffic outlook here. 146 on the southbound side, slow from 104 North Smithfield down to Route 295 Lincoln. 95 southbound, slow from Duckett down for downtown Providence. 95 northbound, slow from Route 37 in. Walk all the way down for downtown Providence. Route 610 connect with slow and both ends from Route 6 in Johnson to 95 in Providence. 295 slow in the southbound side around Route 44 in Johnston. And Route 195 on the eastbound side, a little slow from Route 103 in Somerset down to Bradford Bridge and Fall River due to some road work on 195 near Route 103. And Jamestown to Newport bridges are more on fine here. Alright, let's take a look at the weather here on this Tuesday evening here. Current conditions here in North Massachusetts. 65 degrees with fair skies. Humidity of 76%. Wind speed up about 6 miles per kilometer. 29.97 inches. Dew point about 57 degrees and a visibility of 10 miles. Okay, let's take a look at current conditions around the region here. 58 degrees on temperature now in Boston. 62 in Bedford, 59 in Beverly, 57 in Gloucester, 58 in Amityville, 69 in Pittsburgh, 61 in Worcester, 66 in Sturbridge and Webster, 68 in Milford, 68 in Norwood, 66 in Taunton, 65 in Bedford, 64 in Plymouth and Provincetown, 66 in Falmouth, 61 in Chatham, 61 in Cape Cod Bay, 64 in Martha's Vineyard, 16 in Nantucket, 64 in Block Island, 66 from Wesley, Providence and Smithfield, 67 in New York City, 68 in Islip, 65 in Montauk, 62 in Long Island, 65 in Bridgeport, 67 in Waven, 69 in Denver, 68 in Waterbury and Meriden. Look at that! Hartford and Winslow at 73 degrees. 65 in Springfield, 58 in Amherst, 62 in Greenfield, 63 in Nashville, 63 in Pittsfield, 71 in Northampton, Massachusetts, 66 in Albany, New York, 73 in Pennington, Vermont, 61 in Bramber, Vermont, 63 in Rutland, Vermont, 55 in Lillian, New Hampshire, 56 in Portland, Maine, 55 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 64 in Keenan, Jeffrey, and Natchez, New Hampshire, 59 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 61 up in Concord, New Hampshire. Here, current map conditions around the country. Station front from central, sub-central California, straight to down for Arizona, and a cold front from Mexico down for Texas. Station front down for Louisiana, northern Louisiana, and a cold front from Arkansas, stretching up to western Tennessee, Kentucky, down for Indiana, down for Michigan, and up in the southern Ontario. Got a warm front from eastern Ontario, down for northeastern Ontario, down for New York City, Pennsylvania, and down for New York City here. And a cold front off the Oregon coastline. Warm front off the southern bridge coming down for Washington, Oregon here. For the bottom down for the California coastline. For the bottom down for southern Wyoming and then Utah, California border. And for the bottom from southwestern Alberta down for northwestern Montana. And for the bottom down for southern Saskatchewan down for southern Manitoba to northern Minnesota down for Ontario. And for the bottom up in Ontario. Up in the northwestern Quebec here. And we got low pressure in eastern Texas, southern Ontario. And got high pressure in northwestern Montana and northern Nevada. Western Wyoming, southeastern Colorado, and east off the North Carolina coastline here. 64 degrees on temperature now in Detroit, 76 out in Pittsburgh, 78 out in Washington, D.C., 75 in Atlanta, Georgia, 85 in Miami, Florida, 87 in Brownsville, Texas, 75 in Dallas, Texas, 63 out in Kansas City, 57 in Chicago, 58 out in Omaha, Nebraska, 48 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 50 out in Great Falls, Montana, 53 out in Seattle, 67 in San Francisco, 72 in Los Angeles, 71 in Las Vegas, 54 in Great Falls, Montana, 54 in Salt Lake City, 55 in Denver, 84 in Phoenix, and 62 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here. Alright, let's take a look at a radar situation here on this. Tuesday evening here in Atlanta, rain showers from western Quebec, eastern Ontario, stretching down for eastern Ontario, down for western New York, Pennsylvania, down for eastern Iowa, down for Kentucky, Tennessee, northern Mississippi, down for Arkansas, and northeastern Texas. A lot of rain showers in western Minnesota, southern Minnesota, down for northeastern portions of Minnesota, up in UP and Michigan. We're seeing some snow, sleet, and rain showers in southwestern Ontario, down for southeastern portions of Manitoba, down for northwestern portions of Minnesota. Here, Lot of rain shot from the northwestern portion covered up the I-5 quarter from western Oregon, Washington State, down for southwestern portions of British Columbia. Rain, sleet, and snow shots in eastern portion of British Columbia, and rain shots in northern Idaho, western Montana, and for eastern Washington and Oregon State, and northeastern Oregon. Here, take a look at satellite loop here, and it shows line of clouds. Line of clouds covering much of New England here and stretching it down for the Atlantic States. And then stretching it down for the eastern Great Lakes and down for the Appalachians. And stretching it down for southeastern states, down for eastern Oklahoma and Texas, and down for central Missouri, and down for western Illinois. And line of clouds from the western Great Lakes, and then the upper Mississippi Valley down for the Dakotas. Stretching and covering much of Canada from Quebec. Stretching down for British Columbia. And a line of clouds covering from western Montana and northern Idaho, and covering much of Washington and Oregon State and northwestern portions of California. Here. Alright, let's take a look at Okay, let's take a look what's going on in the tropics here. Disturbance number 1. A tropical wave interacting with an upper level trough is producing a concentrated area of showers and thunderstorms a couple of hundred miles east northeast of the northern Leeward Islands. And since upper level winds are expected to be marginally conductive, some gradual development in disturbance is possible. Well, it moves west northwestward to northwestward about 10 to 15 miles an hour during the next few days. By the weekend, however, conditions are expected to become unfavorable for tropical cyclone formation. Formation transpires, medium about 30%, formation trend 5 days, medium about 40%. In disturbance number 2, a well-defined low-pressure system, the remnants of former tropical storm Hannah, has emerged over the Gulf of Honduras near Bataan and system producing scattered showers across the northwestern Caribbean Sea and adjacent areas of northern Honduras, the Yucatan Peninsula, and Belize. Although upper levels of winds are somewhat favorable, proximity to land is expected to be preventing any significant redevelopment of this disturbance while it moves west-northwestward at about 10 miles per hour. This system forecasts to move inland over Belize and northern Guatemala by Wednesday morning and end by interest for redevelopment. After that time, and formation chance for us. Low 20% formation chance 5 days. Low 20%. And disturbance number 1. 100% chance of the cyclone formation in 4 hours. An area of low pressure located 700 miles south-southwest of Guelph and remains fairly well organized. However, recent satellite data indicates the low does not have a well-defined center and it is not a tropical cyclone yet. Environmental conditions are still conductive for tropical pressure to form later today and tonight. While the low moves slowly west-northwestward. Formation chance for us. Height 1% and formation chance 5 days. Height 100%. There. And after moving in the tropics in the Central Pacific, even if we speak in the Central Pacific in the hurricane department there. Alright. Let's take a look at our weather notes there. Tonight's low we will predict 48 to 57 degrees at tomorrow's high. 65 to 74 degrees. And tomorrow's forecast will be called for clouds and a 10% shower sprinkling, warm tomorrow, and dry and cold. Halloween and weekend storm brewing, rain heading in for a few snow flurries here. Okay, we'll take a look at forecast discussion around the country here. Heavy precipitation possible to parts of the Olympic Mountains. A front extended from the lower Great Lakes to the southern plains will move eastward off the east coast and southward to just off most of the Gulf Coast on Thursday. And rain will develop over parts of the northern Appalachians and move to the north wing of the Mid-Atlantic by Wednesday morning, before moving off the northeast coast by Wednesday night. Showers and thunderstorms will develop along the near the boundary from parts of the Ohio Valley to the southern plains and will move to the southern Mid-Atlantic to the southeast coast, eastern Gulf Coast by Wednesday evening. The showers and thunderstorms will move just off the southeast coast by Thursday morning. Meanwhile, a front over the Pacific Northwest will slowly dissipate by Wednesday afternoon. The system will produce light to moderate rain over the parts of the northwest front. Early Wednesday morning, the light rain will linger over the Pacific Northwest coast. But Wednesday evening ahead of the new front moving onshore over the Pacific Northwest, moderate to heavy rain will begin to develop along the northwest coast on Thursday morning. Energy from the dissipating front will move inland to the upper middle Mississippi Valley by Thursday. The energy will include a weak front over the northern high plains that will move southeastward to the northern and central high plains by Thursday morning here, and the system will produce rain and snow mix over the parts of the northern Rockies, northern high plains by Wednesday morning here, and light rain also develop over the parts of the northern plains up in Mississippi Valley. On Wednesday evening, moving into parts of the upper Great Lakes, middle Mississippi Valley on Thursday morning here. And a cold front approach. From the west tonight will bring in some scattered showers and possible thunderstorm on Wednesday, and weak high pressure north for the region will bring dry, cool weather Thursday and Friday. A development coastal storm off the Carolinas Bass offshore Saturday night, and high pressure built over the eastern United States early next week. Overall, trend in the forecast remains at track high level clouds have taken eliminating durable heating for the rest of the afternoon. Temperatures have always started to drop as durable heating is lost. Otherwise, forecast remains at track by late this afternoon. Here is tonight's lows will be generally in the 50s, a few upper 40s up in New Hampshire and up to Maine. Here, generally in the 50s, around 60 degrees around New York City. Here. Okay, this weekend, a coastal storm is expected to develop. Uncertainty in trap, uncertainty in timing and strength. Close path means wintry precipitation, especially in the interior, and strong winds are possible. The initial low pressure moving out of Ontario transfers energy to a new storm offshore. And the new low will move northeast while strengthening here. And depending on several factors, the low could either strengthen just east of the 7 New England coast or closer to Nova Scotia here. Okay, let's take a look at radar situation, and it shows rain showers will make its way through New York State, Pennsylvania by about tonight, and up in the upstate New York, North Vermont, up in Quebec by about 1 o'clock, and avalanche showers from south-central Pennsylvania down for West Virginia, down for West Virginia, down for eastern Tennessee by about 1:32 in the morning here. And then, the rain showers be in northern New England, and then 9-11, raining in the Berkshires, and then 4 o'clock be raining from. So we will get a 10% chance of a shower and sprinkle here tomorrow. Right, tonight's forecast will go like this here. For tonight, we are going to see some podcast guys tonight with a low around 54 degrees. Southwest wind about 8 miles per hour. Wednesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms the day after 3 p.m. Part sky about 32 degrees. Southwest wind about 8 to 11 miles per hour. Precipitation is 10% with a slight scattered shower sprinkle. Gust size 21 miles per hour. New rainfall amounts less than 10 minutes. Check time possible rain showers. What's that? Scattered showers main before 11 p.m. Clouds skies are gradually becoming. Part sky low about 45 degrees. West wind about 5 to 7 miles per hour. Precipitation 30%. New precipitation amounts less than 10 inches possible. Thursday, both sides got about 58 degrees. Northwest wind about 5 miles per hour. Thursday, most coast got low about 30 degrees. Left northwest wind. Friday, both sides got about 54 degrees. Friday night, chance rain after 2 a.m. Both skies got low about 40 degrees. Chance ratio 30%. Saturday, rain likely. Clouds skies high about 46 degrees. Chance ratio 6%. Saturday night, rain and snow likely. Clouds skies low about 33 degrees. Chance ratio 6%. Sunday, chance of rain and snow Sunday. Part side sky about 44 degrees. Chance ratio 40%. Sunday night, part clouds sky low about 30 degrees. Monday, most of the time, part clouds sky about 47 low about 36 degrees. For Tuesday, most of the sky about 56 degrees. There's what a phase of the evening. Part cloudy day in town. PJ with you. Good evening with good positive. See you for 11 o'clock report. Have a good evening. See you then.